Alex, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good.
Doing really good.
It's been a couple minutes from the fight. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. After coming off after 2 losses, you start to think. I'm young, but still, you start to think about, do I belong at this level? Especially coming from the regional rankings into like PFL. When I won my first fight, I lost 2 fights right away after that. And coming from 2 losses, I was like, man, do I belong at this level? Should I maybe take a step back and just start from the beginning or what? But after getting the victory today, it's really reinvigorating. So man, I feel great right now. Very emotional. A lot of stuff has happened in my life in the last past year, pretty much since I signed with PFL. A lot of big life stuff. So yeah, it's a very emotional moment for me right now.
What are the emotions like? Like it was you had your back against the wall, and you go out there, you spoiled Stevie Ray's return to action. How does it feel?
Feels great, man. I'm just a new father now, so I had a kid, 2 months ago. So before the fight, first thing I did is I took a look at that picture, and I was like, okay, I need to go and fight for my little girl, right? And also, I want to dedicate this fight to my father-in-law, who just passed away last October. We still are mourning from that loss, and going through training camp, putting all those emotions to the side, because you cannot come into the sport with emotions. You have to be cool-minded, cool-headed, and I'm very thankful. So dedicate this fight to my father-in-law, who passed away last October. So if my wife is listening, this fight is dedicated to Pops, Leon, Max and Chuck, and my little baby girl, Arlo. So it feels good to feel a little bit right now. I can let myself cry a little bit, so it feels good. But I'll give myself a week and then back on the horse. Get ready for the next one.
How do you feel about your performance?
You know what, dude? This is Stevie Ray. I don't know if you guys know Stevie Ray. He beat big names in the UFC. The guy's tough. As tough as he comes, to be honest. Scottish. The Scottish people are tough. We all know Braveheart. So that's actually his nickname too, right? Braveheart. So I knew it was gonna be tough. To be honest, the first thing I was talking to myself, I was like, you know what? I don't want to get caught with a big left hand, but knowing him, there's a good chance I'm gonna get caught. So mentally, I was preparing myself. Okay, if it happens, I need to be ready for the rebound. And there is a saying that says, I think it's like, if something will go, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And that's exactly what happened. But we managed to overcome and came back. So yeah, we're here now with the victory, and that's all that matters right now, to be honest.
Last for me, who do you want to fight next? Are there any names in there that you want to get?
I don't give a damn. I'm ready to fight. I'm here for the title, so I need to be ready to fight anybody. Of course, I got a good friend here fighting with me too, Olivier Messier. So it'll be tough to fight friends. I actually trained with Stevie Ray before, but the relationship's not the same as like mine and Olivier. So I would say that fight will be something I wouldn't want to get. More for the finals, I will be okay. But right away, there'll be a fight I'm like, emotionally I wouldn't like. But any other guy, bring it on, man. Bring it on. I'm ready for anybody.
Congratulations.
Hey Alex, walk me through that moment in that second round where Stevie's swarming, you're on the ground. What was going through your mind at that moment?
You're not gonna finish me. That's what the whole thing was like. You're not gonna finish me here. I'm gonna find a way to compose, take my time, but he's not gonna finish me. I have defensively, I think I'm a really good fighter. That's why I never been finished. I'm just very calm and collected. I get hurt, and I'm like, okay, well, this happened before, so I'm used to take on it and keep going forward. That's really what a fighter is, to be honest. That's what champion is, and if you cannot do that, then take yourself out of the equation of being a champion.
You have that same mindset through those submission attempts when Steve was really trying to lock it up. The same thing, you're not going to finish this one.
Break it, and then from there we'll see what happens. But no, break it first. I'll keep fighting till the end. You can take my leg home. It's kind of dangerous in a way, but dude, this is sport we're in, so break it. I'll fight till the end.
Last one for me, there was that moment obviously on the fence with the refs hitting your hands. what was going through your mind at that moment?
I'm like, dude, I was telling him, I'm not grabbing the fence. He's like, you're grabbing. He's like, no, I'm not grabbing. It's natural. You put your finger's gonna curl in. I wasn't grabbing. I was just like, I don't know if I should have been like this or I should have put like that to keep my balance. But you're allowed to put your hands on the wall. You're not allowed to grab it. I wasn't grabbing the wall. I was like this. If you can go watch it, I wasn't grabbing. My hands were curling, but if you put your hands like that, it will naturally curl. It's just part of it, Like I was using my palm to keep my base. But what do? I just take it off and I don't know, So I wasn't grabbing, but I let the ref know, and he let me know too. So I just made sure to try to follow the rules. I don't want to win the fight dirty. Even the one they headbutt, I wasn't trying to headbutt him. I was just trying to put my head under the chin like any wrestler would do. It's just part of the fight. Headbutts come, but I wasn't meant to do a headbutt. If I wanted to do a headbutt, I would have done it in the clinch. So that's how I can tell you that I wasn't meant to do any dirty. Just part of the fight, man. We're not war.
Awesome.
Alex,
Thank you.
¿era la pelea que tú esperabas?
Sí, era la pelea que esperaba. Sabía que iba a costar terminarle. Es un luchador que cuesta terminarle. Es un luchador muy inteligente también. Como verán, lastimé 2 veces. Creo que uno fue con mi jab cross de la derecha. Vi su cabeza y se quedó un poco atrás y no vino adelante. Yo siempre esperaba de él. Vi su pelea en pasada. Cuando él ligaba, venía enseguida para adelante. Yo esperaba para que venga para poder reventarlo de nuevo, pero no lo hizo. Entonces, fue una pelea más dura de lo que yo pensé porque es un luchador más inteligente. Luego también la agarré con la parte izquierda y estaba esperando que él me venga así le tiro el hook, pero no pasó. Es un luchador más inteligente ahora con la experiencia que tiene y también es un luchador muy fuerte. Yo sabía que iba a ser una pelea dura.
Cuando escuchaste el 30-27, sabías que era tuya.
Sabía que era mío. Mentalmente yo sabía que gané el primero y el tercer round. El segundo round fue contestable porque me echó al suelo con el puño, entonces yo creí que robó la pelea por eso. Luego yo giré otra vez la pelea a mi favor en el segundo round, pero el puño ese contó mucho, creo yo, así que yo le di el segundo round. Así que 29-28 está bien.
Un mensaje para la gente de Latinoamérica y especial a Paraguay.
No se traten, no piensen que son menos de lo que son. Siempre pongan el corazón arriba, siempre para adelante y confíen en Dios. Somos mejores de lo que pensamos.
Gracias.
Es lo que puede hacer la gente de Latinoamérica.
Gracias.
Alex, you're 2-0 in the regular season openers now for PFL. How's your confidence level moving on to your second fight?
Dude, I actually earned this fight for sure, clear. My last fight, I won the fight too. I went and judged after too in the last season, but it was a little bit, how you say, not the way that you want to win a fight, but at the same time, this one was a clear win, so I'm super happy, man. We're gonna keep bringing those wins, man. You can see if you watch my PFL from last year to what I am now. I'm just improving very fast. So I'm excited, man. Super excited.
Lastly for me is how are you planning to celebrate this win? I know you talked about you
Gonna-
loving food and Whataburger and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go get a burger. I actually just grabbed a Coke there. That's the first thing I'm gonna drink. I haven't had a Coke in a while. I'm gonna drink a Coke, and I'm gonna probably go find a Whataburger. And I have to. Apparently, it's something I have to get in Texas. And I'll get a burger. So
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Alexander, Grand Prairie is just the next city over, home of our own undefeated young champion, WO, Virgil Ortiz Jr. He's from Grand Prairie. You're from Grand Prairie, from up there. What can you tell us about, a little fact or something famous from that?
Quick fact about where I'm from. Actually, we call ourselves the Texas of Canada. So Alberta, Canada is we call ourselves we're the Texas of Canada just because it's all about cowboys. Lots of rednecks, rodeo, country music. That's what Alberta is all about. So we call ourselves the Texas of Canada. And now that I'm here, I'm like, dang, I'm back home. So yeah, I'm actually from Grand Prairie, Alberta, which is funny. And then Grand Prairie, Texas is just right here. So I always put on the maps Grand Prairie, and the first thing goes into Texas. And now I know where it is. So it's a lot like here, to be honest. Cowboy people. So yeah, tough people.
There was a lot of high-level wrestling in that fight, particularly the scrambles, especially in that second round with the knockdown. One could argue that really saved you there. Was that a big part of your prep going in? Was there anything that happened that was maybe unexpected?
No, man. I was prepared for everything. It's an MMA fight. Last time that I tried to prepare for only one style, I ended up getting beat in another big style. So, now I was okay. I need to prepare for everything. So, big thank you to my coach Adam Link, my wrestling coach from back home. He's the one that improved my wrestling from the beginning. Big thank you to Coach Frank Hickman. I spent a lot of time wrestling with him. He improved my wrestling. He took my wrestling to the next level. So those two coaches, they took my wrestling from where it is to where it is now today. So like I said, big thank you to Coach Adam Link for my wrestling. He's from back home, Grand Prairie, Alberta. And Coach Frank Hickman, he's now probably back home in Thailand. And I just want to thank those two coaches, and as well, big thank you to my coach Bill Mahood, who couldn't make it right now due to the pandemic. So yeah, man, we prepare for everything. We're ready to fight in anywhere.
Hey Alex, how did you feel